It's a little like, there's a Japanese story, Rashomon, in which the play goes on and we revisit the same story, but through each character's different perspective. So it's a little what we're doing tonight. This is the Chicano Moratorium Rashomon. Okay, I would like to introduce the authors of our next play about Rosalio. They would like to introduce you to their work. Come on up. Don't wait for me.
Rosalio have gathered Chicanos to fight for the rights for teenagers to get a better education and not have to go to war. I feel like I was there with all those people having fun, marching and screaming for everyone's rights.
Rosalio fights for what he believes in. I fight for what I believe is right. I learn about my heritage and how we struggle for equal rights and freedom. I feel like a part of the Chicano movement. This program has inspired me to go to college and major in Chicano studies.
The way I relate myself to Rosalio is not to forget the most important history, where you come from. I really think family and culture is the key to loving and focusing on joy. I choose to see him as my role model because he honestly admires his heritage. When I think of my play, I get emotional because it's part of my heritage. It makes me want to take action.
I can relate to Rosalio because college was something he knew he was going to do. Like me, I want to make my family proud. Rosalio stood up for what he thought was right. He didn't care what people thought of him. That's how I try to live. I try not to let others tell me I can't do it. This experience is something I've never done before, and it's something I see myself doing in the future.
August 29th, 1970, Laguna Park, East LA, noon.
Thank you for coming together today. It's so nice to see all my brothers and sisters in the struggle for peace and justice. There are more than 30,000 people from all over the country here today. People from El Paso, Denver, Albuquerque, Houston, Fresno, San Jose, Oxnard. I even saw a bride and groom come out of St. Alphonsus Church to join the march. We're protesting against the discriminatory draft laws that makes the heaviest burden of the war fall on the poor y los mexicanos. We, the Chicano raza here in Los Angeles, are tired of being discriminated upon, looked down upon, and tired of worrying about our hermanos, our fathers, and our sons fighting in the Vietnam War.
1962, the Muñoz home.
I have a surprise for you, mijo.
What is it, Jefe?
Happy birthday, mijo. You're 17 now. So I'm gonna take you to Mexico.
Aw, lame.
What?
I'm joking, I can't wait, Jefe.
Mijo, this is Teotihuacan, the home of the Aztecs.
What are all these pyramids?
Well, son, this is the pyramid of the sun. And that's the pyramid of the moon. And over there is the temple of Quetzalcoatl.
Why do they teach us at school that Columbus discovered America?
Son, they can't say Columbus discovered all this. This was already here.
Hey, Ross. I'm proud of your little brother. Look at you, the first Chicano student body president at Franklin High School.
You guys are my role models. You motivated me to apply to UCLA.
You should run for student president there too. You're my role model. Serio, you realize the message of Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, I have a dream, just a few months after he gave it.
¿Sabes qué, hermanito? You not only have family in Mexico, but everyone of Mexican descent here in the U.S. is also part of your heritage.
Since the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, we have been fighting for our rights and battling endless discrimination.
Órale, your thoughts have planted a seed in my head. You've inspired me to learn more about our culture and get more involved in the movement. My friend Monte convinced me to run for president. I used to go by the name Ross, but for the election, I went by my real name, Rosalio, to prove a point. And guess what? I won. I became the first Chicano student body president of the world-renowned UCLA. This was also when I realized that the Chicano movement was a part of the anti-Vietnam War movement. And the anti-Vietnam War movement was part of the Chicano movement. This brought us together with other races. We all united and became one struggle for peace. Then I got a letter saying I was drafted. And I said, chale.
September 16th, 1969, draft board office, downtown Los Angeles. Outside the building, hundreds of people show up in support.
Hell no, we won't go! Hell no, we won't go! Hell no, we won't go! Hell no!
Mr. Muñoz, why are you here?
Hoy es el 16 de septiembre, el día de la independencia para todos los mexicanos. Yo declaro mi independencia del sistema de servicio selectivo. Yo acuso al gobierno de los Estados Unidos de América de genocidio contra el pueblo mexicano.
Why are you speaking Spanish, Mr. Muñoz? We all know you speak perfect English.
I chose to speak Spanish to prove a point. I'm speaking the language that I'm not allowed to speak in school. A language that is spoken by my people. We get looked upon for speaking a language that some people don't understand. We are human too, and we have the right to let people know who we are and what we think. Hey, Rubén Salazar.
Órale, canal.
Man, so good to see you here. You're the only true Chicano voice we have in the LA Times and the news director for Channel 34. You talk about the struggles Chicanos have from our perspective. And you not only talk about the news, but give your honest opinion about it.
You did it, carnal. You made it happen. A peaceful demonstration with 30,000 people. You inspired all of us to come together to fight for what's right. You are the voice for those too shy and too afraid to speak up. Gracias.
We all did it. Every Chicano here today. Gracias for coming down and participating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I like the Chicano Moratorium button.
¿Serio, hermano? Toma, carnal. What's mine is yours. Hey, pero trucha, carnal, and enjoy the festivities.
Simón, ahí te guacho.
Hey, Rosalio! The police are approaching the park with their riot gear and billy clubs. People are trying to run away from the tear gas and are being beaten by the sheriff.
Protect the women and children and lock arms. Rubén Salazar didn't know this was going on. He took a break and entered the Silver Dollar Bar. As you know, the sheriffs raided the bar, shot a dangerous tear gas projectile through the window. They hit Rubén in the head and he died. But he died with the pride of knowing that he gave everything he had. And he died wearing the Chicano Moratorium button I gave him. The death of our brothers and sisters inspired all Chicanos and gave us the strength and the power to fight and unite La Raza for what's right. We Chicanos will fight to the very last drop to represent all who has given us courage. Courage that will never fade away. In fact, this is not the end of the movement. It's the start of a new revolution. I live for the Chicano dream of peace and justice for our barrio, our nation, our world. ¡Que viva la raza humana!